Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we are going to look at the 4 latest Arsenal news. The first Arsenal news is that Fabrizio Romano has confirmed an Arsenal update. As he confirms Arsenal closing in on another concrete deal after Havertz, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup Netherlands international and Ajax defender Jurrien Timber, Arsenal are making great progress in the early stages of the 2023 summer transfer window. The Gunners appear to have already got one new major signing on board, according to multiple sources including Fabrizio Romano. Arsenal are closing in on Kai Havertz. The Gunners are reportedly also still in talks over Declan Rice, who is proving a tad more difficult to sign. Then we have Jurrien Timber, who Arsenal are reportedly confident of signing from Ajax. According to TalkSport, Arsenal reportedly made an initial offer of £30 million, which the Dutch giants turned down. However, Timber has apparently made it clear to his club's hierarchy that he wants to join the Gunners this summer. Romano has now spoken to Give Me Sport about the state of play involving Arsenal and the 22-year-old defender. "Yes, I think they will bid again," said Romano. "There is a conversation between Arsenal and Ajax, and on the players' side the conversation is very positive, so it looks like a very concrete deal between Arsenal and Ajax for Jurrien Timber, and also on the players' side. Arsenal's defence could do with strengthening, and Timber would no doubt be a good shout for Mikel Arteta's side. Virgil van Dijk has called him a great player and believes he has so much potential, tipping him for a big future, and as per FBref, Timber is amongst the best performing centre-backs in Europe across a number of areas. Breaking the Lines deemed him one of the most exciting defensive prospects in football right now. Timber can also play at right back, which obviously comes in handy for an Arsenal side that have had issues there. William Saliba's injury derailed the Gunners' title hopes, so Arteta will want to make sure he has more strength in depth. Let's see what happens in the coming weeks, but this is certainly a very promising lead. The second Arsenal news is that John Cross has confirmed an Arsenal update. As he confirms, journalist says it may be too late to stop world-class player joining Arsenal, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup England international and West Ham United midfielder Declan Rice. It may be too late to stop Declan Rice from joining Arsenal. That is according to John Cross, who was speaking on Sky Sports Back Pages podcast about the English midfielder. The world-class player has been strongly linked with Arsenal for months at this point, and while 2 bids have been rejected on that front so far, Cross is of the opinion that Rice is already dead set on a move to Arsenal. Indeed, Cross says that Rice's mind may be made up and it could be too late for Manchester City or any other club to come in and hijack this deal. Cross gave his verdict on the midfielder. "I think Arsenal and West Ham are just going through a process now, and it's being played out very publicly. Previously it would have been a bit quieter. Other clubs would be interested in Rice. Man City have been the rumours in the past few days, but they are signing Mateo Kovacic. I do think Rice's preferred option, or what he has set in his head, is Arsenal, and I do think he's almost made up his mind. So I wonder whether other clubs are leaving it too late and Arsenal will just thrash out this business." Cross said, "This just goes to show how important it is to set your stall out early. We've all known since January that Declan Rice was the one player Arsenal wanted more than anyone else this summer, and the player has seemingly really appreciated that level of long-standing interest. Rice has been wooed by Arsenal, and while the treble-winning champions of Europe may want to sign him, it looks as though the Gunners have already done enough to get this deal done." The third Arsenal news is that Football Insider has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm Lavia close to agreement on terms, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup Belgium international and Southampton midfielder Romeo Lavia. Arsenal are progressing in talks to sign Southampton midfielder Romeo Lavia and are close to an agreement on personal terms, according to reports. The North Londoners have their eyes on multiple additions this summer as they look to strengthen Mikel Arteta's ranks and challenge again for next season's Premier League title. Following Southampton's relegation from the top flight, Lavia is a player who could well be on the move, as he attracts interest from Arteta, Chelsea, Man United and Liverpool. The Independent. Arsenal have been in talks for the 19-year-old, as reported elsewhere, but Football Insider have a really promising update on their efforts to sign him. According to their information, Arsenal are progressing in negotiations for Lavia, with personal terms close to agreement. This is part of a potential quadruple spending spree, and Arteta could see as much as £300 million spent in total this summer, as well as Lavia. It is believed Rice, Havertz and Timber are all still in ongoing discussions to make a move to the Emirates Stadium. Having signed for the Saints last year on a deal from Man City, Pep Guardiola has since been very impressed with his efforts at St. Mary's. Speaking to City's official website, Guardiola held special praise for the Belgium international, who has gone on to make 29 league appearances. "I am really impressed with what Romeo has done and is doing," said the City boss. "We had, and we have, an incredible opinion about him. We thought to keep him, but maybe he would not get enough minutes like he has in Southampton. It's a good experience to go to the Premier League and play at this early age. So important." Lavia also averaged a higher pass accuracy, 86.4%, than any Southampton player in the Premier League last campaign. It will be interesting to see if Arsenal completes this signing, as central midfield is the position to really look out for, as a wide variety of sources claim they're stepping up their pursuit of West Ham star Declan Rice and have already had bids rejected for the England international. They are apparently serious about signing Rice and remain confident of doing a deal, having already agreed personal terms, while the likes of Lavia are also being repeatedly linked. The final Arsenal news is that Fabrizio Romano has confirmed an Arsenal update, as he confirms Arsenal eyeing one of the most highly rated midfield prospects in Europe, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of Netherlands international and PSV Eindhoven midfielder Xavi Simons. The latest from reliable journalist Fabrizio Romano has stated that Arsenal have asked to be kept informed around the future of Xavi Simons. Arsenal are looking to build a better squad to make sure that they can compete with Manchester City for the title once again. They were looking good last season but started to drop off towards the end of the campaign. Now, Mikel Arteta wants to build on a successful season and make sure it is not just a one-off. Xavi Simons is the latest to be linked, via Romano. The young Dutchman has massively impressed since moving to PSV from Paris Saint-Germain and looks to be a very exciting talent. Simons is an excellent attacking star. This was emphasized by his impressive season with PSV, in which he scored 19 goals and assisted 9 times in 34 appearances. The 20-year-old attacking midfielder has also featured 4 times for Holland. Romano provided an update on his future. His report states that PSG have a buyback clause that is very cheap. Romano tweeted, "Paris Saint-Germain buyback clause for Xavi Simons is just €6 million. It can only be activated in July, from 1 to 31st. The final decision is only up to the player. He's waiting to hear from PSG. Man United, Arsenal, Brighton, Spurs, BVB and Leipzig asked to be informed." This is huge news from Romano. The fact that PSG can bring the wonder kid back to France for just over £5 million definitely means they are leading the race. Football Transfers hailed Simons as one of the most highly rated midfield prospects. Of course, this will be frustrating for fans of the Gunners. The positive at the moment is the fact that PSG have not pursued this option yet. Do you know the Arsenal news on Kai Havertz? You will enjoy this video on your screen too.